Already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I
I
love
love
being
being
black.
black. All right, people. We here. This is live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. Just waiting on some people to come in. Make sure you share and like the page. We're taking call ins tonight. We're definitely taking call ins tonight. Appreciate you tuning in tonight. I know it's a lot of other things that you could be doing or you should be doing, but you're here listening to Martin G. Johnson, aka the Crime Chaser, live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, people. Come on in. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. It's good to be living. It's good to be living. Again, my YouTube family, I need you to like and share. My Facebook family, hit that like button and hit that share button or tag someone. If you don't want to share it on your page, make sure you tag someone. Okay, that would be nice, people. That would be nice. All right, that would be nice. So make sure you do that. Come on in, come on in, come on in. We're taking calls tonight. 872-297 6. Look at me, 6389. All right, come on in. 872-299-0808. All right, come on in, people. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Live uncut. We got one call already. And we this is a spinoff from this morning. What loss?
Has joined.
All right. What loss that Harris could have done different, people? What could have she done? Why people didn't vote for her? Why? Why? Why she didn't win? We want to know. We want to know. Come on and let me call some names. This is a beautiful day. Kamala, immigration can go. Okay. All right. Let's see it. Hey, 900, how you doing?
Hey, Martin.
How you doing? You sound like you're under the weather. You ain't under the weather, are you?
Oh, I am.
I
I
can
am.
tell. See, I ain't been around you no
That's
time, and I
good.
can tell. I can
Yeah,
tell.
that's funny. You could tell that.
I'm bad like that. I'm bad like that. I'm bad like that. I'm bad like that. Come on in, people. I need you guys to like 900. Make sure you share it on your page or tag someone in the inbox or something. You could do it. Share
Okay.
some in the inbox. You could do it that way too. If you don't want nobody to know who you are, just do it that way. You know. And I guarantee you, this is this is we're gonna basically this is the same thing I talked about this morning. I'm looking for some first time callers as well. 872-299-0808. That's what I'm looking for. Some first time callers too as well. We welcome all. We don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. We don't care which one you are, who you represent, the Green Party. I need you to call in, especially my first time callers. I need you guys to call in. That's what I need. Call in, call in, call in. Come on in, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. I need y'all to call in, to like and share. Shout out to my YouTube family. They've been showing out to me, showing out for me. So come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. It's been a great run, people. It's been a great run. What lost the election for Harris? We just a question and we asking. That's it. What lost the election for her? And I've heard a lot of things so far. Tamara, what's up? How you doing? Miss Emma Harris, Sharice, what's going on? This is part two. Come on in. I need some shares. How many? Let me look on here and see how many shares I got. Cause y'all ain't gonna play with me tonight. I'm gonna need at least about 10 shares on Facebook. Let me see how many shares I got. Let's see. I got 2 shares. Now come on now, people. Come on. I got 2 people on here to share my live. 11 people on my post. We can do better than that. I know we can. I need at least 10 shares. That's not asking a whole lot. 10 shares, people. 10 shares on my Facebook. 10 shares. I got 11 people on here. Make sure you tag someone on here. And I'm okay. We're going to get started. 872. We're taking calls, people. We haven't been taking calls. 872-299-0808. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. All right. We got to do it, people. We got to do it. We got to do it. We know we got the game on tonight, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. All right. All right. Live, uncut, unedited. We got one caller so far. How many people we got on this live? We got 10 people. 10 people on Facebook. Facebook, we can do better than that. Y'all don't have to be mad because Kamala lost. She only had 107 days to campaign. So we got to tell the truth and shame the devil. All right. All right. I need to know how many shares I got. Let me see. I got 3 shares so far. 3 shares. 3 shares. Yeah, 3 shares, people. Yeah, 3 shares. Yeah, 3 shares so far. That's terrible. Y'all don't want y'all act like y'all afraid. Afraid. Y'all afraid. How many shares I got? 5 shares. 5 shares. All right, 10 people on here. Nobody want to watch this live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. All right. Let's get started, 900. Come on, let's talk. I bet you the phone's going to start ringing as soon as you talk. They're going to hear your voice, and they're going to be calling. Come on, 900.
Well,
So,
okay.
what lost the race, the
Right,
election for Kamala? What lost what you think that lost the election?
Okay. So I've been hearing several things. First, I've been hearing that Trump was able to persuade a lot of Black and Latino voters, specifically men, to vote for him. I've also heard things like Latino voters don't really favor Black candidates, Black women candidates in particular. I've heard things like, like you just said, she only had a certain amount of time to campaign because they should have got Biden out of there sooner. I've heard things like a lot of white women, a lot of white suburban women tend to have voted for him. So I'm hearing from a lot of liberals that they're blaming several different factors for her losing. But I'm gonna be honest, Georgia, Georgia is one of the major swing states in this. And if Trump, all he had to win was Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. If he just won 2 of those, they had already said that he was probably going to get it. And so I'm really shocked that he won by a landslide. Like, it really was a red wave. If you look at the map, when I looked at it a couple hours ago, they only had 2 states that were still unreported, Arizona and I think Nevada, but all the other states, they reported, and they're all red for the most part. And I'm just really surprised. I did not think he was going to win by a landslide. I really thought it was going to be like neck to neck. Like, people were asking me, "Oh, who do you think will win?" I'm like, I really don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you though. I'm happy that he won. Happy that he won.
Did you vote?
I've been wearing my Trump shirt.
Did you vote?
No, I didn't vote.
Why you didn't vote?
I told you. No, I told you I didn't. But I'm gonna tell you this: when I had made my decision last minute to want to vote, the registration date had already passed. But I've changed my mind going forward on voting because I just really wasn't sure. But somebody made a great case for not voting, and they were like, "Well, if you don't vote, it's like let's say you see somebody doing something bad, and you just don't do anything, even though you have the capability to do something, but you just let them continue to do bad. That's what not voting is." And so, I kind of changed my mind about it. I regret not voting in this election, but Georgia. He won Georgia by a landslide, like I knew he would anyway. And if you look at the map,
okay.
If you look at the map,
hold it, girlfriend. Hold it, girlfriend.
Okay.
I need you to. I know you jumped off everywhere, but I need you to stick with the subject. So what?
Okay.
What lost the election for Harris? That's what I really want. In your opinion, what lost it?
I also think when Obama came out and he was like lecturing to black men, talking about, y'all need to get out and vote for her, and it's, y'all acting like because she's a woman, y'all don't want to vote for her. Basically, like talking to black men like they're kids or something like that, and knowing he wouldn't talk to white men or Hispanic men that way. And I think that was part of it. I think a lot of black men were like, you know what, the Democrats, they're not doing anything for us, so let's give the Republicans a chance. There's been a lot of talk about on that recently too, in the like YouTube and social media space, about how the Democrats, they come around every 4 years and, they pander to people, come to your churches, and you don't see them again for years. And I think a lot of people were just, really fed up and ready to see something different. And I also think, I'm also hearing this from a lot of people in the black community, that a lot of the reason why they voted for Trump was because they think that he's going to give out more money again. So I think that's very superficial, but that's why a lot of people was banking on Trump. They want more money.
Okay. Well, thank you. Let me go to the next caller, Mr. Sarge. Hey, Sarge. Martin Johnson here. You're live on Cut Unedited.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? I was just clicking share.
Mm-hmm.
I just shared it. Okay, there we go. I didn't get a chance to type nothing on it, but everybody know who you are.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, I just called in right now. So where you at?
Same thing in the morning. What we talked about this morning, just a spinoff for those that couldn't get on this morning. I'm opening up the doors for them. What lost the election for Kamala? Same thing.
Okay, well, I got the same answer. 25% of the black male voters didn't come through for, and 10% of the black American female voters didn't come through for. So you're looking at 35% loss of the black vote.
Mm-hmm.
That's too much of a percentage. See, the Democrats, when they were taking, just taking the black vote for granted, they couldn't afford to lose over 20%. 20% was the window. Anything over 20%, it's like the Democrats weren't going to be able to utilize the black vote to win anything.
Mm-hmm.
And now the Democrats have seen not only what 20%, what 35% of the loss of that vote.
Right.
See, so now maybe they'll start respecting, or like what the guy said in that movie, respect my gangster.
Okay.
All
right. Well, hold it.
Who did you vote for, buddy?
Huh?
Who did you vote for?
I voted. That's all you need to know. I voted. That's all you need to know. I voted. I really did. I put a post on the internet and I voted, and I got proof who I voted for because I recorded it. So somebody talks.
Record, that's a felony.
Man, I recorded it. Well, it's a felony. I recorded what I voted. So what? I did it.
There you go. Yeah. And that's the thing, Martin. You know that a lot of people now, since Trump done won, they all on the internet, and they have this is note I said the internet. They thinking because he got them felonies, he's supposed to go to court at the end of this month,
right,
and get sentenced. And they think that's gonna fly. I'm like, no, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
He's untouchable right now. Because it's like this, the bottom line. They can't send him to jail. Why? Because if they do send him to jail, that means they're interfering with the political process for this country to have a president. They can't do that. And they know they can't do that. So they're going to have to just take an L on all of this. talking about all the felonies and this and that. Okay, fine. By the time he get out of office, the statute of limitations is going to kick in. It's a done deal.
Okay. Well, hold it right there, sir. 872-299-08. Again, 872-299-0808. We are asking what lost the election for Kamala. You know, we've heard so many things. One person said tonight that it was Obama coming in talking down to black men. We heard earlier today it was because of what's that Megan Stallion coming in twerking and all that. That lost some points there.
Oh
yeah, that lost some points. You know, me, I believe because she said she wasn't going to give black people reparations. I think that really, even though she said that back in 2020, so that still stuck out to me. And a lot of times we know with the Democrats, they have that homosexual same-sex gender. They pushes that too as well. I haven't heard one person say that she spoke too much on the right to choose. She stayed on that too much. So it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things that she didn't do well with black people. Also, people were saying that she's not black. So that's another thing that I was hearing. Anything else, Sarge, that we was hearing too?
Well, I mean, that's a fact that she's not FBA, Foundational Black American. That is a gimme.
Mm-hmm.
She's not. But, you know, you had all of that stuff. It's like the main killers was for her was when they interviewed her and she was like, oh, no, I'm not going to do anything specifically for black people. I'm like, oh, you didn't just, I'm like, anybody vote for you now that's black? Something wrong with them in the head. Because she said it.
She said
that I'm, you know, it's on every, Martin, you played it, I don't know how many times during your show.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be like I'm married and I tell my wife, I'm not going to doggone stop slapping her in the mouth. And she ain't going to leave me for it. And I keep slapping her in the mouth. How many times I got to slap that woman in the mouth before she realizes I'm not going to stop abusing her?
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's read some comments. Hold it, sir. All right, Mr. Ronnie Johnson said, what's up, cuz? I know one thing for sure. It's time for the black men to run all of those crooked black preachers out of Chicago and get the rest of those preachers out of politics and the congregations back under the laws of God while fellowshipping on Sunday. Good point. Good point. Good point. All right, let me read. Let's go to these comments. All right, we're still taking calls. People, the lines are open now. 872-299-0808. No line, no waiting. Being fake and pandering to black folks like we stupid. That's what JD says. Wow. All right. All right. Barney Mack says, who she know in the black community that talks to her. Wow, this is a good one. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So what you think gonna happen with Trump's presidency, Martin?
What I think is gonna happen to who?
What do you think is gonna happen in Trump's presidency? Do you think it's gonna work better for the economy, or?
I believe it's gonna work better for the economy. I believe that as well. It's gonna I believe it's definitely gonna be a change of administration. I believe that.
He got some stuff, man.
Yeah, he got to, I know he's working on that deportation. He's definitely he's strong on that. Strong on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we're going to see.
He's got this thing. He got this thing. He's eliminating all government funded. I forgot the word they use for it, but them sex changes.
Yeah, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's no more paying money for that. So all of them folk going into the military to strictly get them operations, wherever they at operated on, that's it. Ain't gonna be no more money flowing. He don't care. And I'm like, and there you go. So he got that. Then he's talking about China and the tariffs and all these people talking about how much it's going to cost the American people. No, it's not. You buy products that's made here. You don't pay all that, do you?
Right.
So now it's going to affect the Apple company, but you see how much them iPhones cost.
Mm-hmm.
Now what I got is called the Android.
They sell the iPhones to us for $1,300-$1,200, and it only costs them about $50 or $75 to make it.
If that,
I'm not necessarily against that because that is how businesses operate, right? So they make a product for $2 and they sell it to you for $10. I'm not against that, but it's just Apple products are not. If it was a good product, like a durable product, I would say otherwise, but the fact that they break so easily and they already came out and admitted some years ago that they intentionally slow your phone down to make you upgrade to the next model. Mm-hmm. So if you got an iPhone and you find that, if you got an iPhone and you find that, it's starting to slow down, it's starting to just freeze.
All right, let's get off this iPhone stuff, y'all. Let's reel it back now. We're going off the stuff. Y'all taking this way back at the left field. 872-299-0808. 872-299-0808. What lost the election for Kamala? I need somebody to call in and tell me. I'm looking for first-time callers. If you've never called in tonight. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, Green Party, or even if you don't vote. Call in. I need to hear your opinion. I would love to hear your opinion of this election.
My mom voted for Kennedy.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
now.
I mean, it's
ladies and gents,
it's a variety of things.
I'll call on you guys when I need you to talk. Okay, thank you. Cousin Ronnie Johnson said the alphabet community is officially disbanded from thinking their alliances with some of the feminists in the Black community was going to put them in positions to be the voice and a representative of our Black community. Good point. Good point.
Oh, that's good.
Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point.
Oh, that was good.
Good point. Good point, people. It's live, uncut, unedited. 872-299-0808. Come on, people. I sound like a broken record. I'm ready for you guys to call in and tell us what lost the election for Kamala. So what we all been hearing, Obama helped it. The same-sex marriage, that stuff, they know she support that. She support immigration. We know that that had a part of it. Most people not ready for a woman president. I think that had a part of it as well. I believe because she only had 107 days to really campaign. It was such short notice. So that's as well. So anything else I think people were saying about Kamala? Oh, yeah, she was not getting Black reparations. So she wasn't. And also, she's not considered Black. Well, Foundation Black America, that's what I would say. And that's what they were saying. Mm-hmm. I'm just going by what they said. Right.
Yeah, and look at the nationality, what she's married to.
Right. Right. So, well,
I ain't want to say it because, when you say their name.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know how they get, but you know what he is.
Also, I didn't hear nobody say that she locked. Hold on, Sarge. Her first job was a border. She failed miserably. She's still unsure. That's right, Glenn. I see you, Glenn. The border. Mm-hmm. She never mentioned it. She never mentioned the border. That's too. Those are things that fail, especially among Black people. Now, it was the Black women that was excited about Kamala because they wanted the first Black woman president and all that. So we wasn't about to let another Obama effect come upon us, the first Black man to be president, and we don't get anything out of it. So I think Black folks as a whole didn't really go for that. They didn't go for that. So somebody said illegal immigration, folks are tired of migrants. Yeah. So that's what people are doing. So, wow. All right. I need some new callers, people. People, y'all not calling in. What's going on? I ain't been accepting no calls, but now I'm accepting some calls. Nobody wants to call in. We got the same two young people on here. Let me read some more comments. She wasn't tough enough on immigration for me. She never talked about it. Oh, okay. Wow. So type something in the comments. Call in 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389, people. All right. We also, people, I think it was a question that asked her, did she see anything that Joe Biden could have done? So I don't know. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. She said she wouldn't change anything. She
right.
said that.
Right. I think that. Yeah.
That lets you do everything right there.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. So she's done. And also, a lot of black people said they wasn't going to vote or race anymore because if another person's black, that mean that don't mean automatically that they was going to get their vote.
Yeah, that's great.
Right.
That's
so
great.
All right, let me read another comment. Brenda says she lost because she is a woman and she's black. If they didn't elect Hillary, what makes you think they would put Kamala in office? Okay.
No.
Well,
that's not the reason she lost.
Well, that's probably one of the reasons why, this country ain't too fond of black people anyway, being in leadership. So
I'm going to tell you this, Martin. I wouldn't vote for a woman president. As a woman, I wouldn't vote for a woman president. So, yes, I will. Okay, partially some of that is correct because I'm a woman and I would not vote for a woman president. I just don't think women do well in leadership. Okay, that's my opinion. So,
well, Martin, you got to look at this. The white women didn't come through for her.
Right.
The white women didn't, because there's more white women voters than black women voters. The white women didn't come through for her. That was a big old L that nobody's mentioning. They ain't talking about white folks. Because, see, the white males are supposed to be the chauvinists, and the white females are supposed to be we could get our thing and go with the equal rights and get the black women together with us because it's unity in numbers and all. Yeah. White women didn't even vote for her.
Hold it right here. So, Nella West said she didn't have enough time to get her message and policy across. Her whole message was about abortion.
That's right. That's crazy.
Yeah. She didn't have policies.
Well, to be fair,
had not one policy.
Well, to be fair, Trump also said when they had that debate, Kamala and him, it was asking about their plan, and Trump, his words were, do you have a plan? And he says, I have concepts of a plan. So I don't know if he got a plan either. I mean, if you listen to his speech that he made today or last night after, when he got elected, he said some things, but a lot of it was just kind of rambling, and I could tell that he was off script. He didn't have a teleprompter, but we're gonna see. So,
well, he said one of his plans is to put cities where they got high crime, have National Guards patrolling those cities, not in the police capacity, but it's just going to be the doggone intimidation factor. Whereas, if you fire on them, when they fire back, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the things he's talking about doing too, along with shutting the border down. And those Arab countries that were on the you can't travel here to the United States list, he's going to put that back in effect again too.
He's also talking about eliminating tax on tips, reforming public education. Well, people saying that he's talking about getting rid of public education. Okay, first of all, that don't even make any sense. And a lot of Black people are getting so upset about that, as if public education is educating your kids properly anyway. A lot of these kids in these inner city schools, these public schools, they cannot read and write and do math at grade level at all. So I'm not even sure what people are so upset about, as if you get a world-class education at Orr or Crane, or, you know what I'm saying? I know you on the south side, Mark. You don't know these west side schools, but you're not getting a good education there. So something needs to happen.
Right. Okay.
But the thing is,
hold it, guys. Hold it for a minute, please.
Okay.
Glenn says she didn't win because her crazy agenda, open border, illegal immigrants, free sex changes. What the, you know what? So, yeah. So that's what he said. So I'm reading some of these comments. Okay. Some of these comments said, Nello said, the bottom line is Trump knows Americans better than anyone else. White folks turned out for him and his message of illegal immigration. Okay. Let's see. Let me grab a couple more of one of these other comments. All right. All right. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Berlin said 900. Hold it, please hold it. Thank you. 900.
No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
No, I know. I'm calling your name out. Somebody reading the comment. It says 900. 900 says 900 is right. I wouldn't vote for a woman president either, especially 60 years old, and she definitely just wasn't qualified, and she had to be stripped of everything she said. Okay. I'm just reading out what they said. Derek Jackson, Democrat. He said the Democratic Party didn't want her, but the Biden dropping out of the last minute forced them to nominate her. She was a sacrificial lamb from the beginning. She didn't have time to prepare. Okay. Okay. Wow, this is interesting. Very interesting. All right. Hey, Jules Smith. All right. All right. Reese says the mega movement was strong too. We got to look at that. Wish we can have a strong movement. Okay. All right. Let's see. This is Ronnie Johns. What's up? Kamala Harris has never had any policy, or Kamala Harris was not a nominee candidate to be vice president. Kamala Harris was selected by DEI, by Obama and Biden. They use her president as a way to capture more young generation for diversity, because she is a sorority sister that does a lot of sponsoring, and campaign for the Greek life culture. The plan was for Kamala Harris to serve two terms as president with more endorsement from the alphabet parties. Oh, wow. A lot going on, people. A lot going on. Wow. All right. Yeah. Yamina, I see you. How you doing, Miss Mason? I see you. Let's see. What else? I'm trying to read, going through these comments. Okay. All right. Now, Bernie Mac said white supremacy wouldn't support Hillary, Kamala, and not even Michelle Obama. America will never have a woman head boss because this isn't England, period. Okay. Wow. All right. All right. Let me get, I need some more callers, people. I need 872-299-0808. 872-299-0808. I need some new callers. Call in. And what lost the election for Kamala? What lost this election for her? All right. All right. Let's somebody else. Hold it, sister. I'll let you talk after this. Nelly said, the bottom line is Trump knows Americans better than anyone else. White folks turned out for him and his message of illegal immigration. Go ahead, 900.
I was just gonna say, again, about being a woman president. I'm telling you, like, I believe that person who wrote that comment, America will never have a woman president. Look, it's not a good look for the free world to have a woman as president. I don't care what color or how young or old she is. Okay, it's just not a good look when the rest of the rulers in these countries are men. You're going to have a woman come to these world meetings and be like one of the only women there, or the only woman. It just doesn't work. And not to mention, it doesn't look good. It makes the country look weak. Not to mention that women are very emotional, very swayed by their emotions from day to day. There's just psychological and brain differences between men and women that make women not qualified for these positions of leadership. I mean, heck, You can even go to a restaurant like McDonald's or something, and you see the manager at Walmart or McDonald's. A lot of times she's angry, she's bitter because the stress of that job is not meant for women. It's just not. Okay, so we gotta accept that. So, yeah.
Okay, Berlin said, the truth be told, she did not want to be president. She was forced into that position. She was a puppet. Everything had to be stripped for her because stripped. I wonder if it's scripted or stripped for her because of her addiction. What addiction? Okay. I think I know what you're talking about, but that's yeah. Well,
I can't agree with that.
Right.
That's just me.
Right. Also, somebody said on here too. Nella West said the trans agenda and the open borders sunk her. You know, a lot of people they agree with the same gender bathroom and all that stuff. You know, some people don't go for that. They're old fashioned. They do not go for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a guy at my job like that.
You know how it is, Martin.
He was a man. He was a man, but I don't know if he had to change or whatever, but he would use the women's restroom. And he was a tall guy. You could tell from the outside that he was a man, but he was passing as a woman. He would wear like bras and breast implants, get his nails and hair did, wear makeup, and just talk real sissy-like. And, you know, he would go in the women's restroom. And I remember like just waiting outside the door because I was so uncomfortable. And nobody could say anything, you know? So
you didn't go in when you see him in it, you didn't go, we gotta call her, people. So you didn't go in the bathroom?
No, I didn't.
Good.
Why you didn't go in there? You was scared. That's a woman.
No, Martin, are you serious? Or you trolling?
All right, let me stop it. Let me stop it. 900. Come on, call her. Come on, call her. 6372. 6372. Come on, call her. Before y'all get me in trouble on here.
How are you doing?
Good. First time calling?
How you doing, Martin? Everybody? No, I'm the second time.
Okay, cool.
About a month ago.
Okay, perfect. Come on in.
I believe Kamala basically lost because of her extreme policies. And these were not even her regular policies. These were the policies that she was torn between the far left, the Democratic Party, that kind of had her caught in between. So when she would get ready to try to explain her policies, she had to tell one lie for another lie. So she did have policies, but her policies were just too far left and too extreme. And I believe her people knew that. So, you know, they had to try to level things out. And I don't think she was able to do it, in my opinion.
Okay. Let me read what Miss Mason said. She said, y'all can go back and forth with all day to get what the pros and cons for reaction and opinions. Because at the end of the day, God makes the decision. He allows everything, but I get it. Everyone's entitled. Freedom of speech and opinion, and makes good, let me see. Okay. And it makes good entertainment. Okay. All right. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead. Finish talking. I just want to read that. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you look at some of the older coverage of her, she laid out her policy on many different things, fracking, on her take on the border. But it was just too extreme. It was just too extreme. And just to be fair to her, I think that she was pulled in like 2 or 3 different directions, and she just couldn't make the balance. And she couldn't substantiate her policies because she was all over the place, and she couldn't find that middle of the road. And I think people started to feel that. And people started to turn against that because she was just too unstable, and she couldn't explain her position. Also, I believe her being a woman, I think a little bit more pressure was on her. Like I told many people, if I was a supporter of the Democratic Party, which I'm not, I'm a conservative, but it wouldn't have made a difference about her gender. I vote based on policy. That's my stance. Yeah, character is important, as I said before, but I vote based on policy because that's what's going to have a negative or a positive effect on your life or the world you live in. It's going to be based on policy.
Okay. Let me.
The Bible says when women rule. The Bible says when women rule over a nation, you know that nation is cursed. So I just can't.
I don't know where that said in the Bible. Where that say that in the Bible?
I've never read that.
I never read that. I've never read that. But while she's,
I'm gonna pull up the verse. I'm gonna pull up the verse. Hold on. Yeah, I can talk. I'm gonna pull up the verse. Women rule.
It didn't say women. It said wicked. It didn't say women. I know what scripture you're referring to. It said when the wicked are in control, the people groan or
they moan. They mourn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wicked, not women. It's a W in there, but it's not women. You're not gonna find that one.
Right. That's what I said.
I'm looking it up.
Okay, go ahead, look it up.
I'm not. I'm just here listening.
872-299-0808.
Okay, it says right here. Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay. Give us a verse.
Hold on. It says in Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy path. So it does say that. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12.
I gotta read that.
So it's not a good thing, according to the Bible, when women rule over a nation. Because first of all, as a man, you were created first. Why would you want a woman to rule over you? That makes you look weak, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican or conservative. That makes you look weak.
Well, let me just say this.
Makes you sound weak.
You got remember you had the Queen of England. You know, she's a woman.
Right, and I don't agree with that either.
But that's as a man, as a man, you were formed first. The woman came from the man. Why would you want a woman to rule over you? That's.
But the Queen of England is just a figurehead because that's the reason they're like, God save the Queen. That's why you got the King, King Arthur.
That's why I can't really attach myself. That's why I can't really attach myself to any of these parties because you got even conservative men on here talking about the person's gender wouldn't matter. I thought conservative men was all about being traditional. That's why I say I don't attach myself to none of these parties because
you got.
Hold it.
Hold on, wait. Because when you really dig deep, you find that even a lot of these men are not as masculine and traditional as they claim to be, or they got a messed up view of what it is to be conservative. Because the men of olden days, they wouldn't have had women ruling over them. They wouldn't have tolerated that. But these men today, they so broken or whatever. They just they willing to vote for a woman governor, women president. As long I'm telling you, a lot of these men on here, if Candace Owens was running for president, a lot of conservative men would be voting for her. A lot of them, even though they just main ones to talk about women and say all this stuff, what women should be doing. If Candace Owens wants to run,
all right, hold it right there. All right, hold it right there. We're not on here trying to insult the men now. You know, I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion on that, and a lot of that could be true. What you're saying, I'm not going to deny it. And
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. Look it up.
I'm going to look it up. I'm going to read it.
If I may.
Yeah. Go ahead.
If I may.
Go ahead, Sarge.
Now, if you look at it on a world stage, right? Look at the treatment of the chancellor from Germany, female chancellor. Look at the way she's treated on the world stage when they're having those meetings, the G6 meetings and this and that, trying to prevent war or whatever they're doing. Look at when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State and she had to go to these foreign lands and you had male leaders in those other countries would not even talk to her. She would have to just have a sit down and a male that came with their delegation would have the actual conversation with the doggone male leaders of said other countries. So don't get it twisted. For that reason alone, there should not be any women that are running the show in the United States, because the other countries on the world stage, they're not going to respect them as a human being. And for those that have weaponry, you're opening the door for war.
Hold it right there, Sarge. I want to read this. Hold it.
What Ronnie Johnson said in the comments. Ronnie Johnson.
Hold it. Natural Moment said Queen Elizabeth first changed her nation. She went from ruling a little island to ruling an empire. Okay. Also, I want to read this too as well. Nello said FEMA was out of money because they gave it to the migrants. Was a main lie. So, wow. So it's a lot of things. And I'm not on here trying to bash Kamala, but I just want to know what cost her the election. You know, what caused her the election? All right. Miss Yamina said, let's see what she said. What did she do? One of the reasons Biden won was because they post her. Okay. With black woman underneath. That's true. As vice president. Oh, yeah. Underneath him in a position to get a whole vote from people of color. That is true. I agree with that. Like how that miss. She only got into office let's see, let me read it. She only got into office. It only showed me so much on. She only got into office for people of color to vote, and look what happened. Biden sucked as a president, and I don't care what color he was. She was just a pawn, a role for an agenda in a political platform. I agree with that 100%. 100%. 100%. Because I'm going to tell you, a lot of black men was not going to vote for Biden at all. But when they threw that black woman in the race, that's how he got the vote. And she right. She is definitely right. She's definitely right. This is deep. This is a deep conversation, people. This is a deep conversation. Okay, I need some people to call in. Let me hear from my brother again. He ain't said nothing no more. 6372. Let me hear you say something.
Well, first of all, going back to when I said about voting based on policy,
right? That
was pretty much across the board.
Okay.
Some people vote on identity politics, on color. Like I said, I openly say yes, I voted for Trump, but I was just speaking openly. My concern is policy.
Okay.
That's what's going to be the basis of my determination of my vote.
Okay.
Now, there's a number of reasons why I wouldn't have voted for Kamala in particular.
Okay. Well, me personally,
and that's what I feel has. Go ahead.
Me personally, I vote on color too as well. I'm not gonna lie. That has a play in it with me. I love policy, but my thing is we've been under the rule of the white man for so many years, and why our people have to be so perfect. My thing, we did learn a lesson because we voted on color, because with Obama and black people really didn't benefit anything. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Obama was good to see. I was glad that I was able to see a black president. But for me to really truly say in my heart, what did he really do for black people? How did black people get ahead with Obama in the office? All we was told is to wait, give him a chance, and we still waiting. Now, Sandra Cross said, look at this, people. She says, so what about the felonies? Now, what's going to happen now? And it don't matter if they're going to do what they are going to make who they want president, period. That's true. Remember, people don't pick the president. The electoral college does, really, be honest with you.
Right.
Yeah. So that to be real. And I'm not, see, when I say that, people think and say, well, you telling people not to vote. No, I am not doing. I'm not telling people not to vote. I don't do that. I voted myself. That's why I kept my sticker. That's why, so I let the people know that I did vote. So I'm not just on here talking stuff and all that. And I want to say again, this platform, how you doing, Tennille, is for Democrats, Republican, Green parties. You're welcome to speak. And people saying Kamala is not black. Whether she black or not, you know, she may not be black enough, but whether she black or not, she ran for the office. So hey, that's what it is. She didn't win. And what that goes to show you about a country that hey, allow a felon to run and he winning. And he won. He's the president-elect. So it is what it is. All right, let's try to get at least one more caller before I get off here. That'll be almost an hour. 872-299-0808. 872-299-0808. All right, people. Need a few more callers. Now, my brother said he's conservative. I believe Sarge, he's conservative. I believe 900, she's probably conservative as well. Any Democrats on here? Yeah. Any Democrats on here to want to speak and to say anything? 872-299-0808. We'll close out with you. We'll definitely close out with you. But I think this was a great discussion. This is a great discussion. And I appreciate you guys calling in. I'm trying to get one more caller, 872, or preferably a new call, 872-299-0808. Come on in, people. This live uncut. I need a first-time caller. A first-time caller, people. Come on in. Come on in. A first-time caller. I know they got a lot going on tonight. The game's going on tonight. All that.
Yeah. I didn't know about there was a sports event.
Well, you know, the Boston.
I just seen something on the news here say 2024 election fallout. I'm like, what fallout? There's no fallout. There was an election. It's over with. Now, why are they the media trying to make it into more? See, the media is trying to hype up something to happen. They're trying to hype up something to happen because I started watching some of their stuff today, and the first thing come out on The View. Well, we've got to roll back all of the doggone violent conversation rhetoric. It's like, but that was your people doing it. You know, once the horse is out the gate, you know what I'm saying? It ran too far. See, it went to the point of no return. And for those that don't know what the point of no return is, that means it's quicker to get to the end than to turn around and go back to where you started. So all of this then got to the point of no return.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's people, you have people that are, I mean, they're talking about hurting other people. You know, all types of threats going. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Oh, but because you didn't vote for who they wanted to vote for, so now you wanna, what they say, pull up on somebody?
Oh, wow.
Well, I would say, you know, even though I didn't vote for Trump because I was just too indecisive about the whole thing, I regret not voting now. But I've been wearing my Trump shirt today. I wore it yesterday. And I've been wearing it, you know, out in public. I wore it out in public. I had one guy today say he liked my shirt. A lot of other people, they just look, they don't say nothing. But I'm not ashamed to walk around because it's what it represents, you know. And I'm just happy to see a lot of these liberals upset. I'm happy to see a lot of them upset, to be honest, because they deserve it.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Well, I've already been called a coon and a traitor and a, you know the standard rip.
Right.
All on social media.
All right. We're going to hold it right there, people. I got a call. Oh, caller just came in. I was just getting ready to end it. We got a caller.
Good.
We got a caller.
All right.
Wait till they come on in. Hopefully so. Don't make a difference. I don't care. I believe in black Democrats. I believe in black Republicans as well. I don't, all right. Area code 301. I think they still listen to the prompts. 301 area code.
Yeah. You know they
hold it,
Sarge. Different places.
Sarge, I got a caller. I'm trying to
get
this guy.
Why you was waiting on them to come in?
Right. I am.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I just hollered at you while they were
hello. This call. Hey, caller. 301.
There they go.
How you doing, caller?
Yeah, I'm a first time.
Oh, that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about. So,
all right.
All right.
I'm a Democrat.
Okay, come on, talk to us. So what you hold it, please. We're gonna let her talk without any interruption. She sat here and listened to everybody. I want to hear what she have to say. I'm a registered Democrat. Go ahead, my dear sister. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I'm a registered Democrat. 6 years old. I've been a registered Democrat all my life, but I could not vote for her. I wrote in Dr. Cornel West.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the state of Maryland, so he wasn't on the ballot, so I had to write him in. I just couldn't do it because mainly that she represents the Democratic Party, and they have been neglecting us for too many decades. You mentioned Obama, and I voted for him twice, and I didn't like how he would talk down to us. I noticed his second term that things that weren't changing for us. I didn't know till after he left office. I saw a clip with an interview he did when he was running for his first term, and he was asked about reparations, and I didn't know he was against reparations. That I probably wouldn't have voted for him had I known that. I do feel like they opened the borders, Biden-Harris administration, in order to replace our vote, to nullify our vote.
True.
So, and she's against reparations. I know she finally came out and said that she's for the study, but when she went on Oprah's show a couple of weeks ago, and Oprah asked her about reparations, she said it would take Congress to to pass a law in order to do the study. So I've worked federal government my whole adult life. I deal with federal policy. You don't need to do a study. You do not need the Congress to pass a bill in order to do a study. That's an executive order. And Oprah even pushed back and asked her about an executive order, and she fumbled around to get back to saying, she would wait for Congress and she would sign it if Congress would pass it. So that tells me that you're not for it, because we don't need that. An executive order to do a study would do it. So, and now all of a sudden she's black. When she was running for senator and when she ran for her state positions as the California prosecutor and the San Francisco DA, she was Indian.
Mm-hmm.
But we outnumber the Indians in this country. We outnumber her people. So I guess the Democratic Party must have told her, you're going to have to lean into blackness in order to get the numbers that they would need from us voting for her as a quote unquote, I'm putting it in quotes, black woman. Now I do believe her father has some African ancestry, but he is overwhelmingly Indian, what they call an Indo-Jamaican, because when she became vice president, when Biden won, when she and Biden won, I saw on the news they interviewed her father's people down in Jamaica, and those people look straight up Indian, straight hair. They had the melanin in their skin, but they look straight up Indian. I'm looking at these people. So her father is the definition of a mixed race person.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm offended that you want to lean into blackness and call yourself black,
when you haven't been calling yourself black.
That's called politics. But let me just say this. Nathan said, King Posse said, you didn't answer the question, what is Trump going to do for black people? Because I don't see anything he did in 2016. And what is it a Republican president going to benefit black people? First of all, one thing I can say, blacks, we was crying out to close the border. That's number one thing. He said his first day in office, he's going to make an executive order of deportation of a lot of these immigrants, illegal. So that's one of the black people main concerns. That was one of my concerns about Kamala, her immigration policy. I didn't like that about her. I did not like that about her at all. So I had to make a decision. Do I vote for her or do I vote for Donald, who I know that probably don't too much care for black people, but I don't care by him not liking black people. It's just we need to get what we need to get out of the deal, period. So that's number one thing. Black people concern was the immigration. That was their number one concern, immigration and economy. The thing, inflation was going up. That was our problem. We didn't like that. We didn't like that.
I think that was everyone's. I would see the poll earlier in the year. Yeah, and they were the list of what were Americans concerned about, and it was number one the economy, number two was immigration. And I don't understand the Democratic Party how they didn't. I don't understand, and they didn't run on that. They ran on her being black. They ran on her. I'm not Trump. You know, but to answer the question about
that
Trump,
problem,
right?
Yes, yeah, exactly. But I'm like you regarding Trump. I'm not my goal, and I think we need to as a group of people in this country is to send a message to the Democratic Party. You're not going to keep ignoring us and what we need. Like what the Arabs did in Michigan. You know, they don't like Trump either. Trump is going to continue to empower Israel, you know, with weapons to genocide those people and those Palestinians. They know that, but the thing is, they've always voted Democrat, like Black folks over, a majority of us vote Democrat. We've been the base of their party for 60 years. And what have we gotten? So my thing was, I just couldn't do it. It wasn't a lesser two evil type of thing that I could, you know, I'm like, I need to send a message. I'm just one person, but we need to, as a group of people, is to send a message to the Democratic Party. We will not vote for you. You know, here's our list of demands. You know, meet some, all, something. Give us something.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of heard now. They kind of heard now.
Cousin Ronnie Johnson said, it is so sad that black people are known throughout the world to make crucial decisions for their lives based on identity influence rather than the information for their best interests. That's true. I've been guilty of that.
I agree.
I've been guilty of
with
that. But I mean, listen, y'all, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Can I be 100% honest? As what we've been through in this country as a black American, I mean, we tired of white people telling us what to do, how to go, what we think, what we should be. We're tired of it. And sometimes when we just see a black person, it just gives us hope. It's like, oh man, I hope he's not like the rest of them. Maybe he or she get in there and change things. And that's what it does, the identity politics. And I understand it's so hard to vote for your oppressor. For me, it is. It is so hard for me to vote for a white man. But I will. I have done it. And like a lot of us, we work for a white racist company. Now, we talk about it, but we still have to work. We have to go to work to pay our bills. Now, a lot of us work for racist companies, but we know the company is racist, but that's what pays our bills and take care of our family. And we have to do it. They are in control over our finances and everything. So we have to look at it like that. So a lot of black people, we just looking for that, I guess that we call it the great hope to come through and save us. So we need a Martin Luther King, or we need a Malcolm X or something.
Yeah,
and I'm just saying. I'm just speaking for myself. I'm just speaking for myself, and that's how I look at it. And that's why I have voted for a lot of identity politics like they're the same color. So I understand, but this time I weighed the balance on it. I said, well, how is this going to benefit the race? All right, let me read this last comment. Yeah, let me read this comment. Princess Black said, a woman can run the country, but Harris sure the hell can't. Poor woman doesn't know whether she's white, Jamaican, Indian, and she thinks she was raised in the class family or just like a lie, because the last I heard, both parents had college education. So she was caught in so many lies. And y'all know that's what politicians do. They lie, people. We all know politicians lie. That's what they do. They tell you what you want to hear. Wow.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, she was raised in Canada.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well,
nobody ever talks about that, Martin, and that shocks me. She was raised in Canada. Her formative years were spent in Canada.
All right.
Right.
All right, people. I need to close out. I just wanted to bring it in. Hopefully, I can come get a great subject and come back live tomorrow night, maybe lunchtime. Who knows? And I want to thank all my special guests tonight. 900. You make sure you take care of yourself. Get you some hot tea with some lemon. Drink it black, no sweetness, to sweat it out. You like to skate, maybe go skating or work out or something. Thank you, Sarge. Thank you, 301. I appreciate you.
You're welcome, bro.
And thank my other brother, the 708 brother, to call in. Appreciate your comments. And again, I want to say to all my listeners, Democrats, Republicans, Green Party, Blue Party, Red Party, you all are welcome on this platform. And we try to respect each other. And as I always say publicly, I believe that we should have some black Democrats. I believe that we should have some black Republicans. Should no one party guess the way blacks going to vote in any election? That should never be anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But like the sister said, we sent the message to the Democratic Party. Never again. Never again. Never again. That you're going to get our vote this long, and we don't get nothing out of it. I tell you.
Boy, they didn't see this coming.
No, they didn't see it coming.
As much as they called Trump a racist, they did not see this coming.
They showed up voted for their racists.
They did not. They did not see 35% of the black American voters in this country vote for Trump. They didn't see it coming. They thought they could. He's a racist with all the media, Joy Reid, Whoopi Goldberg, Oprah, Angela Rye, anybody with a microphone on TV, he a racist. They thought that was going to work this time.
All right.
It didn't work.
All right, people. I'm about to end it right here. Thank y'all so much again. Thank you, Sarge.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil.
I love